I heard the whole thing, but I didn't want to interrupt you. It seemed like you two were having a moment, and then you two were like straddling each other in the bed, and it was like really awkward. Like, what could I do? Be like, hey guys, what's going on? Oh, sorry. Welcome back to episode 7 of UsoNatsu. You can't see it on the game capture, but I do have in video replay going right now just in case. And last time, I recorded 2 episodes back to back, and we left off with Kaoru waking up, I think it was around 2 a.m. on Sunday after the sleepover. They had all gotten together, and by they, I mean Riku, Shiori, and Kaoru had all gotten together at Kaoru's house so they could bake donuts. And then, after they baked the donuts, Kaoru's parents came back. They had gone out on their own date, I guess, and gone shopping. They had some meat that they made, and Shiori ate a lot of it because girls got metabolism like you have never seen. Afterwards, Kaoru was like, hey dad, we're looking to watch a scary movie. What kind of scary movie do you think we should watch? And he said, well, I recommend this one. And they watched it, and Shiori was very enthused by it, and Riku was not enthused by it. Riku was freaking out, and Shiori was telling her to be quiet so she could listen, and it was a grand old time. Afterwards, Riku got so scared that she could not sleep on her own. They were originally planning to just sleep in 3 futons. Or actually, I don't know. They said, Kaoru said that they're now squished, the 3 of them, in 2 futons. So I think she was planning on sleeping in her bed, and then Riku and Shiori were going to sleep on the floor. But now they're all just sleeping on the floor because Kaoru has, her bed looks pretty big. But it probably just looks that way in the illustration. I assume it's a single bed and not like a double or something. So they probably couldn't get in there. We'll see very quickly when we get in. But, as it stands, they all decided to sleep together on the floor. Kaoru in the middle, Shiori on one side, Riku on the other. I don't know if they ever specified which side Shiori and Riku were on. And then Kaoru woke up. So, let's continue. Also, by the way, these last couple I've been recording pretty close together. How many save slots do we have? I know we went over this the first time. We got 99. Wow. But, oh, we have a quick load too. I don't think I've ever used that. This entire playthrough. When do I even have a reason to quick load? Have we even have any choices? I don't think we have. But, these last couple I've recorded pretty close together. By the time you see episode 8, what will be episode 8, I probably have not played this game for at least 2 weeks, so that'll be fun. Oops, I can't load something that hasn't been saved yet. Get some water. Oh, Mocho disappeared. Oh, that's way bigger. Look at that. Look how big that bag is. Look at that. They definitely could have all fit on there. Look how wide that thing is. You're trying to tell me, like, look at the pillow. Look how big the pillow is. Look how big her head would probably be around here. They definitely could fit 3 people on that bed. Anyway. I must have fallen asleep at some point, though my mind already feels wide awake. It's pretty humid today, I think idly to myself, which is when I noticed the sound of rain. Oh, I can't hear anything because I have one of my headphones off. Come to think of it, I vaguely remember Riku mentioning it was supposed to rain today when we met up at the station yesterday. I'll be honest, girl, I cannot hear you at all over the sound of this rain. Zzz, snore. Speaking of Riku, she's currently sound asleep next to me. Despite her terror the night before, she's currently sleeping peacefully, looking as adorable as a child. Maybe Shiori's lullaby was effective on her after all. Huh? As I take in my surroundings, I suddenly realize that Shiori is no longer on the other side of me. Dun dun dun. Tachibana-san, you're awake. Hey you, you're finally awake. So are you, I see. Shiori has gotten up from her futon and is now sitting on my bed. She's watching the rain through my bedroom window. She's got X-ray vision. They really were like, listen, we don't need to make a different CG. Just use the same one. Curtain will be closed. We won't have to put in the rain. It'll be fine. The rain's getting heavier by the minute. Heavier are hardly knowier. It sure is. Have you been awake for a while? I hope they find Sean. Yeah, I couldn't sleep for some reason. I kept having dreams about drowning bodies in origami. So in the end, you really couldn't sleep without your usual pillow, huh? Danganronpa reference from the stream. The live 2D on these sprites is really interesting. Not really the hand movement, but the breathing. And how, like, their clothes, like the patterns on their clothes just kind of warp and move around. It looks really funny. No. It had nothing to do with my pillow. And the futon wasn't uncomfortable at all. I was just too excited. Or rather, I'm actually not really sure why. That's weird. Maybe you had too much fun? Like a kid who gets all worked up. Want me to sing you a lullaby this time? Twinkle, twinkle, little mocha, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a bovine in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little mocha. You know what I should have done? I should have done the Yuri and April version, where they go, like, they do something funky with it. In Yuri, it's like in episode 6 or something, when Kaoru's at the Kaoru is at the cafe with, bro. I don't even remember his name anymore. Kosei. Aruma Kosei. She goes like, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. I was like, I've never heard anyone do that in my life. Please don't tease me like that. Please don't tease me, Tachibana-san. Isn't that the title, Nagatoro? Isn't that what that's like? Can I sit next to you then? I'm wide awake too. Oh, go ahead. It's kind of awkward, isn't it? Sitting together on top of your bed. Weird energy, am I right? I get up as quietly as possible, so as not to wake Riku, before sitting on the edge of my bed. I can hear the rain better once I'm closer to the window. It's pouring down in buckets, and from time to time, I can hear the distant rumble of the thunder, dun-dun, lightning and the thunder, thunder. I glance over at the clock and see it's just past... It's 2 a.m. in the morning. Don't you tell them when to go to sleep. They've been up all night scheming about what to do with Riku. It's the middle of the night. Or the moodle of the night, as Mocha would say. So, I was watching back the last episode, and I had felt like I was really confused. Because I remember at the end of the recording, I was thinking, yeah, Mocha is a girl cow. So then I was watching it back, and for like the first half of the episode, Shiori always calls Mocha him and he. But then, like, just randomly in like the second half of the video, Shiori always refers to Mocha as her or she. And I was just like really confused. And I'm like, I'm not sure if that's like an oversight or like what's going on there. Because that seems like it sounds like a really easy thing to mess up in a translation, but also seems like something that shouldn't happen unless somebody was like translating all these lines like isolated from each other in a vacuum. Because surely if you like translated Mocha as he earlier on, you would then remember when you see Mocha again. But I don't know. I mean, for all I know, maybe Mocha is gender fluid, and we stand a gender fluid icon. You know what? Worldwide. Well, I don't know about worldwide, but like immensely popular. Own clothing brand. You know what? You go, Gerboy.
そうかな。
Ah, would she now? See, they're saying she now.
下茶時なら可愛いんですけれど、清水時だったら幽霊が出る時間でしたっけ?
Well, it sounds cute to me anyway, but people also call this the witching hour, don't they? Which tracks am I recording? I'm only recording tracks 1 and 2. Rest in peace. So I can play Club Witch. I can play it right now. And you know what? You know what, audience? You know what, viewers? You know what, Nesties? I'm going to play Club Witch for me. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sit here through the instrumental, and I'm gonna sing, so future editor Neon can sync this up when he puts the MP3 in. Also something ting ting walla walla bing bang, you know, witch doctor, witching hour, something, I don't know. Bodies dancing in the dark, something something, something yeah. Something words I do not remember, something something, something something leggings and something leather. The devil something brings us together, and that's just right, this something yeah. Save me your spell. Save me your spell. I'm probably moving way too fast for the tracking to handle this. Your spell. It's really warm in here too. Me your spell. I'm probably also not helping with all the moving I'm doing. That's the potion that she's brewed. Spider's fang, an eye of cow. Exchanging glances under full moon. Twilights come and I'm drawn to you. Sit with me by the donuts. The dead reveal you, you have their throne. You pull me closer to your noose, seducing me with your bovine moves. Save me your... Okay, I've wasted enough time.
あんま詳しくないけど、陰の気が強くなるとか、なんかそんな感じだったっけ。でも、しおりはそういうの怖くないんじゃないの?
I don't know much about it, but I've heard that the presence of demons and ghosts is strongest at this time. But you're not afraid of stuff like that, huh?
そうですね。怖いことだっていうのは理解できるんですけれど、興味深いが勝ってしまうというか。
It's seriously, like, way too hot in here. It's getting hot in here. I need some more fans. Hello? Is this thing on? Is anyone there? I need a bigger fan. Not in the least. I understand why people are afraid of ghosts, but I just find the whole idea incredibly fascinating. I wonder if there's anything she's afraid of. But ooh, that was loud. Before I can ask, the room is briefly illuminated by a flash of light and Neon has to sneeze. I think we're good. An angry roar echoes loudly less than 2 seconds later. Alright, Thunder, I see you. It doesn't take me long to realize it's Thunder. I hardly know her. Eek!
Oh.
Ah. Eek. Wait. Ooh. Moo eek. Ooh ah. Moo ah ah. Ting tang. Well well bing bang. Oh! Thumbnail. Thumbnail! Wait. Is she... No, both their eyes are open here. Perfect. Girl. Girl. You gotta calm down with these. Listen. We know she doesn't have implants. Oomph. The onomatopoeia choice in this game is wild, I have to say. Shiori grabs onto me about the same time as the thunder roars out. This is like that scene in Danganronpa 2, but like way less intentional. The force of her momentum sends us both sprawling backwards onto the bed. Also, what is going on with her pillow? Hold on. Oh no, that was just her cover. The text box is kind of covering this up. But still, like that's a large and in charge. What is it doing? I did not understand this. How they've done the ruffles or like the creases in the pillow. It looks like a solid pillow. Her neck, not good. I need to get back into my futon. I need to hide like a dog. Arf arf.
もう大丈夫。
It's gonna be okay. Yeep! America's most trusted brand. The crack of thunder fills the room again, and her grip on my body tightens. Well, I wanted to know what Shiori was scared of, but I wasn't expecting to find out like this. I'm so sorry.
全然大丈夫。雷怖いんだね。
Don't worry about it. So you're scared of thunder, huh? Lightning and the thunder? I keep having to check. They keep blinking. That's one thing I don't like about these live 2D CGs.
はい。小さい頃からすごく苦手なんです。音なのか光なのかわからないんですけど、とにかく本能的に怖くって。
Yeah, ever since I was a kid. I'm not sure if it's the sound or the flash of light, but it's like it hits something deep in my brain. It's scary. It's like I'm a deer in the headlights. And there's something in words.
こうしてるとちょっと落ち着く。
I see. Does being close to me like this help you calm down at all?
はい。
Well, yes. Shiori? She's managed to let go of my arm, but she's still leaning against me. Her body feels pretty cold for a midsummer night, perhaps due to sitting in front of the air conditioner after getting out of her futon. Oh no, she's wild for that.
お兄ちゃんがいなくなってからもっと怖くなってしまったんです。
I feel like I've gotten more scared of it ever since my brother died. You know, he was actually hit by a bolt of lightning. And, he always used to hold me like this whenever I got scared. But then the lightning took him.
帰りが遅い日ばかりでしたので、雷が鳴るときはずっと一人で、音が聞こえないようにお布団の中でぬいぐるみをギュッとして耐えていました。
My dad always got home from work so late, so I was usually alone when a storm began. I'd hide in my futon and squeeze my stuffed animals around my head to keep the noise out. It helped me make it through. She really is dog-coded, huh? Shout out Shiori Managi, resident dog girl.
お兄ちゃんがいなくなってしまった日も雷が鳴っていて、私はずっと一人で家にいました。
There was a storm the day my brother died, and I was home alone, all by myself, the entire time. Oh, that's like some serious trauma, bro. Shiori is trembling faintly as she speaks. I slowly draw her closer to me. I get the feeling she doesn't want to say any more right now. The thunder still booms out, and the rain sounds heavier than before. Feeling her body heat reminds me of something.
うちは幸せだったのかも。少なくとも家に誰もいない時間は少なかった。お母さんは私が生まれた頃に会社を辞めて、中学に入るまでは働いてなかったし。
I think my family was happy at some point. At the very least, it was rare for the house to be empty. My mom quit her job when I was born and didn't go back to work until I was in middle school. Okay.
二人とも早く仕事から帰ってくる日がほとんどだった。少なくともお母さんは 夕飯の時間には家にいてくれた。
They usually came home from work fairly early. My mama was always there to make dinner every day at least.
今さら自分のことがダサいって思えてきた。意地張ってわがままばっかで不幸だって。
I'm honestly starting to feel like a loser, to tell you the truth. I'm so stubborn and selfish that I think I'm to blame for my own unhappiness.
幸せかどうかは自分で決めることだと思いますよ。
I feel like only you can say what happiness means to you. Huh?
だって私はお母さんもお兄ちゃんも亡くなってしまいましたけれど、不幸だと思ったことはありません。
Oh, what I mean is, both my mom and my brother are dead, and yet, I don't consider myself to be unhappy.
お父さんがいますし、それは大変なことも多かったのは事実ですけれど、不幸とはまたちょっと違います。
I have my dad, and while there's no denying I've dealt with some awful things, I don't think that means I've had an unhappy life.
お兄ちゃんを忘れるための思い出の血巡りも楽しい思い出を増やすって考えもあるって言ってくれたのは立花さんじゃありませんか。
Besides, you're the one who told me that if I want my whole memory tour experiment to work, I need to focus on creating new pleasant memories instead of blocking out my sad ones.
そうだった。ごめんね。勝手に幸せじゃないとか決めつけて。
That's right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to assume you weren't happy.
反省してください。
You know what they say about assuming. And with that, she squeezes my hand in hers. Just like always, I can't help but notice how warm it feels. As if in response to her warmth, I close my eyes and begin speaking again.
私がさ、先生と初めて会った日、家出した日、なんで喧嘩したか話したことあったっけ？
To tell you the truth, the first day I met Sensei outside of school was the day I ran away from home. Did I ever tell you about the fight I had? I already know what her answer will be, but if I'm going to get this story out, I need to take baby steps. I don't exactly want to talk about it, but I want her to listen, and I want to get it out. I'm aware of how contradictory that sounds, but it doesn't matter. She gives me a quiet, "No," in response.
しおりには知ってほしいと思った。私のこと。リクは寝ちゃってるけど、今を逃したらもう話せないかもしれないから。私
I want to tell you about it, about what happened. I know Riku's asleep, but I have a feeling it's now or never. What happened to her buttons, too? What is going on? Like, what? Like, I get it, there's some perspective going on here, but it's like she's just got, like, one, like, giant matte block. Like, they're just like, you know what? Bam.
だから聞いてもらってもいい？
So will you please listen? Because even if you're not going to, I'm still gonna whisper it in your ear.
はい、もちろんです。ゆっくりでいいですから。
Yes, of course. Take your time. I'm right here for the Tachibana ASMR special. Okay. Shiori will see my parents in the morning, so maybe it'd be easier if she didn't know what I'm about to tell her. But a part of me knows that if I don't get it out now, I never will. Right now, on this night, is the only time I can talk about it.
私ね、お父さんと血が繋がっていないんだ。
My dad's not my real father.
再婚とかそういうのじゃない。お母さんが。
And it's not like I'm from a previous marriage or anything. The thing is, my mom, The words catch in my throat, and I can't seem to get them out, which is unfortunate, because, as a third party viewing this story from an objective point of view, I really have no qualms about digging out Kaoru's history. Shiori simply squeezes my hand silently. I take a deep breath and center myself before continuing.
お母さんがお父さんと結婚している時期に他の男の人とそれが私なんだ
Something happened between my mom and another man around the time my parents got married, and that something resulted in me. Game? Come on, advance.
中学3年生の時見ちゃったんだ DNA の鑑定結果なんで捨ててなかったのか私には分からない 血が繋がってなくても本当の娘だって言ってくれて
No.
そこに嘘はなかったけどきっと心のどこかに引っかかる何かがあったからその書類を捨てられなかったんだと思う
We have to go back. It was during my third year in middle school that I saw the DNA test results from Mari. I have no idea why they didn't just toss them to begin with. My dad told me I'd always be his daughter, even if I wasn't his biologically. And I believe him, but there must have been a reason he held onto that piece of paper for so long.
私が4歳の頃ずっと2人目ができなくてお父さんも自分の体を調べたら子供ができる確率が限りなく低い体質だってことが分かった
I was 4 years old when they did the test. My parents had been trying to conceive for a while without success, and my dad ended up going to the doctor, only to discover he was almost completely infertile because he got hit by that gas from Monument 13.
ずっと私の容姿が自分と似てないと思っていたかどうかは知らないでもきっと予感みたいなものがあったんだと思うそれで DNA 鑑定をしたって言ってた
I don't look like him at all, so that might have been a factor as well. I mean, have you seen my eye color? My hair doesn't really mean anything, since I'm pretty sure she dyed it since she has brown hair in all of the flashbacks. Anyway, I know he'd suspected something was up for a while, so that's why he ended up ordering the DNA test. Of course, I don't remember it actually happening. Didn't we come across something, and by we I mean like the royal we, so primarily myself, but also, you know, if any of you have ever seen me play World End Syndrome, like the 3 different times I've played Saya's route, spoilers for World End Syndrome, I guess. There's a whole thing about how, like, Saya, like, isn't really a Kamishiro, like, legally in a way, like, sort of, in the sense that, I believe her mother is her mother, but her mother is, like, the second wife of Toichiro Kamishiro, and she was actually already pregnant, but she had like left her ex-husband because he was abusive, and she was already pregnant by the time she had left, and when she married Toichiro, so technically Saya isn't Toichiro's daughter, but there was some law or something in Japan about like the time of marriage and when a baby is like conceived or born, and like when this other stuff happens about whether or not like a daughter or a child is legally considered to be the child of one man or another, or a lady, whoever it goes, like which parents have custody, blah 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 blah. And this just kind of reminded me of that. I don't really remember the specifics since it's been a while. There have been squabbles here and there, but I don't remember my parents engaging in a serious fight even once in my entire life. That's because they play League of Legends with each other, Kaoru. They get it all out there. They did a pretty good job. They managed to bury everything in order to keep from scarring me. I sometimes wonder if I'd been better off if I'd never found out. If I would be happier now.
私がお父さんと血がつながってないって知った時、自分の気持ちがわからなくなった。
When I found out my dad wasn't my biological father, I didn't know how to react. I mean, he didn't even cut off my hand or give me, like, magic superpowers or a laser sword.
私に向けられた笑顔は嘘だったのか、てか私がいるからお父さんは離婚しなかったのかとかも頭をぐるぐるして、
My mo-
自分の居場所じゃなくなった気がした。
My mind was spinning frantically, wondering if he really meant every smile he gave me, and if I was the only reason my parents were still together. And in that moment, I had to get away from everything, and the fact that I'm probably ruining the audio for this video.
それでいいでした。そこからは話した通り。
So I ran away. Another way to feel what you didn't want yourself to go. What? From home. You already know what happened next. Sensei found me curled up somewhere on the streets of Yokohama. In the week I stayed at her home, I fell in love with her. She insisted it wasn't really love. Then the cops found me, and I was transferred to a different school. I ran into her again after entering high school, and I realized I was still in love with her. Whatever we had between us continued until the night I ran into Shiori, when Sensei dumped me.
だから私は両親が苦手で距離を取ってた。しおりと出会うまではそれで一段落ついたって思ってた。
Oh, look at her. You can see a little bit of her belly. Oh, and you can see part of her side too. Interesting. So she like really got up on her then, if her shirt's all messed up. That's why I can't get along with my parents, and keep my distance from them. I thought that that part of my life was over until that night when I met you. I like how they're just casually like trauma dumping on each other. I'm speaking the truth, though it's more than just what? It's more than just that. I think my mom is a disgrace to her family, and I'm ashamed and frustrated that my dad could somehow excuse what she did. Oh, so she's like a real, like, Hubert von Vestra, huh? But precisely because of all that... Actually, she actually reminds me a lot of Saya now. Saya's, like, she's becoming more and more like Saya, except for the fact that she's not short, she's not athletic, and she's not rich, and she also doesn't have her voice like this.
しおりの話を聞いてたら私は恵まれてるなって思った。だってさ、二人とも生きてるし、お父さんもお母さんも優しいし、お金もそこそこ持ってるし、お小遣いくれるし。
I thought I had to sneeze. And I did not. Listening to your story, I thought I should feel lucky. After all, my parents are still alive. They both love me, we have plenty of money to live comfortably, and I even get an allowance that I spend on Uma Musume.
いや、全然そうじゃないよね、私。なんでこんなに恵まれてるのにそう思わないんだろう。デートは楽しく。ごめんね、変な話しちゃって。
There's nothing wrong with my life, so why can't I feel happy despite how fortunate I am? I hate this side of me. I'm sorry for dumping this on you. At least she admits that she's trauma dumping on this girl. Hello, game? Okay. I clicked and nothing happened, so I clicked again. I can't bring myself to say anything else, and with that, we end this installment of Neon ASMR. The rain doesn't sound like it's going to let up anytime soon. The sound of the rain drowns out the beating of my heart. Doki
私
doki.
は立花さんの話聞けてよかったです。それに幸せって思うことと不幸って思うこと、いろんな気持ちが全部共存してていいと思います。
I'm happy you were able to open up to me, Tachibana. And as far as happiness and misery goes, I think all kinds of emotions can coexist at once, like epizuri or mappiness.
どっちかに決めるんじゃなくて、どっちも本当なんだと思います。立花さんの痛みは立花さんだけのものですから。
You don't have to choose one or the other, and both are valid. Your pain is your own, and you're allowed to feel it. She falls silent and hugs me tightly, as we slow pan up her body. Like, was that really necessary, game? Did we really need to slow pan up the side of her body? I feel like I'm about to start crying again, but no tears come out. I realize something. Until now, it felt like the events that transpired took place practically yesterday. But a lot of time has passed since then. I mean, yeah, she's like what? Like, how old is she? Third year? So she's like what? Like 17, 18? So it's been like about a decade and a half? Well, actually, no, it's been like a decade and a half since the DNA test. But she said middle school, so it's only been like, what, like a few years? And yet... Well, I don't know, it depends on when in middle school. The emptiness I felt when I learned the truth lingers to this day, unable to be so easily filled. Like a pothole.
立花さん。
Tachibana-san. What?
立花さんの居場所、ここにちゃんとありますよ。
I believe that your home is right here, with me between your arms, and my two big badonka-donkers pressing against your washerboard. Okay, that was kinda... I look over at her, amazed and stunned at what she just said. She's smiling at me gently. Almost as gently as her... She has an expression so different from any I've seen on her face thus far. And at that moment... No, you see... I don't know how this is somehow managing to be spicier than seabed. Although seabed wasn't that spicy. What's wrong? I feel myself blushing and immediately look away. It feels like seabed, they came on so hard in seabed and then they really backed off, and then they came right back in out of nowhere and then they backed off again. I become hyper-focused on the weight of her body against mine, and my skin feels so hot it could burst into flame. I'm suddenly ridiculously self-conscious. Coming at you like a dark phoenix. Gah! Thunder! Feel the thunder, dun dun. Thunder rumbles through the room again, and she clings desperately to me in response. If our love... My entire body stiffens, unable to handle the overwhelming heat, and I find myself unable to hug her back.
キュッとしてもらえませんか。
Can you hold me, please? So pull me closer. Why don't you pull me close? I get something. Why don't you come on over? I can't just let you go. Baby, please hold me while the thunder is storming.
いや、その
Hang on a
ちょ
sec.
っと待って。
What's wrong with me? Why do I feel so weird? It's way too soon, I know this isn't love. But I need to tell you something. Unsure of what's happening to me, I sit back up, down. Kiss expression. Proof the crosses, her face is she. Presses her trembling body against mine. She can't believe that I just fumbled this moment to improve our relationship. Oh, in an effort to hide my discomfort and huff furiously. I'm blushing. I call out to Riku, who's been dead asleep for quite some time.
リク、起きてるよね。
Riku, I know you're awake. Mm.
笑わせに来てる。
Are you laughing?
リク
Riku!
そうだよ、起きてたよ。
That's right. I'm
話を
awake.
してたんだから邪魔するわけにはいかねえだろ。
I heard the whole thing, but I didn't want to interrupt you. It seemed like you two were having a moment, and then you two were like straddling each other in the bed, and it was like really awkward. Like, what could I do? Be like, hey guys, what's going on? Oh, sorry.
リクが起きてたこと気づいてたよ。リクにも聞いてほしいって思ったからそのまま話した。
I've known you were awake for a while. I wanted you to hear what I had to say, which is why I kept talking. You forget, Riku. I got your number.
そうなのか。
Uh-huh. She slowly sits up. It's only 3 a.m. in the morning. It's still way too early for us to be up. And yet here we are,
事
wide
情も
awake.
知らず似てるとか言ってごめん。
I'm sorry for that stuff I said before. About you looking like your dad. I didn't know.
謝らないでいいよ。実際表情とか細かい仕草とか似てるって思う。
You don't have to
後天的なものも
apologize.
あるんだと思う。
Honestly, it's true that we've got a lot of similar habits. I guess he's rubbed off on me. You gotta calm down, Kaoru.
それは
But
それにさ、別に今だってお父さんもお母さんも苦手なのは変わってないけどさ、家族だってことにはもう諦めがついてるんだ。
Shiori's doing the thing. She's like almost like if she just lets her arms down a little bit, she'll be at her default pose. It doesn't matter anyway. It's not like it's the source of all our problems. I've long since given up on seeing them as family.
諦めなのか。家族って諦めてなるものなのか。
You've given up? You can give up on your family? Like, what a shame, but now it's game over?
リク、私はちょっとだけわかるな。橘さんの言ってるこ
She did it, see? Oh, look, she put her hands down and now she's in her, like, default pose. Riku, I sort of understand where Tachibana-san is coming from. But before Shiori can say anything more in that ethereal tone of voice, another peal of thunder rings out, this time much closer and much louder. Suddenly, the house bursts into flames. Eek! Oof. Whoa. Shiori immediately hops off the bed like a frog, diving towards us. The force of her momentum sends me and Riku sprawling backwards on the futon as we tumble.
しおり近いって
Shiori, you're like way too close.
雷近かったよ。
So is the storm. The thunder continues for a little while longer. Seeing how scared Shiori is at each thunderclap, we decide to huddle together to help her feel safe, like penguins. By the time the sound of thunder lessens to a distant rumble, the sleepiness that had fled earlier is back with a vengeance. The only thing that follows me down to my slumber is the sensation of Shiori's body heat pressed against my back. Hey now. You're an all-star. Get your game on. Go. Play. And all that glitters is glitter. Because what glitters besides glitter? I feel strangely refreshed for someone who woke up at such an odd hour of the night. I still clearly remember what Shiori told me and what I said to her. I learned that Shiori's fear of thunder originated from a storm the day her brother died, and I told her about my discovery of my mom's affair and how I'm not my biological dad's child. What? That doesn't make sense. Wait a second.
まあいっか。なんかすっきりしたし。
Well, for whatever reason, I still feel pretty good. The rain has long since stopped, and I can see patches of blue sky through the gaps in my curtain. Both Shiori and Riku are still sound asleep. I have no idea when they'll wake up, but it doesn't look like it'll be anytime soon. With that in mind, I head into the living room. Well, that was loud. They weren't awake then, they certainly are now. Homegirl really just slammed the door. Like, she really was like... She really rolled up like, hey yo, like, girls are still asleep. Don't mind if I didn't hear it. I hope it sounded good. Wait, is that a separate thing? Wait. Can I hear it if I... Wait, hold on. Actually, that might just be a problem with my settings here. Oh, I see. It's just... Whoa! Okay, yeah. It's just... it's a me thing. Don't worry about it. I pour some olive oil into a frying pan and turn on one of the burners, because when you're here, you're family. Then I get some eggs from the fridge and check to see if the pan is hot enough yet, because nobody outpizzas the hot. Using the back of my hand to gauge the temperature by hovering it over the pan, I turn the heat down to a medium-low before cracking an egg open, because I'm loving it. Ba-da-da-da-da. As the plump egg hits the pan, the edges make a soft sizzling sound. Once the white begins to firm up, I add a little bit of water, cover the pan with a lid, and then turn up the heat to medium, because you rule.
よし。じゃあパンも焼いてっと。
Looks good. Time to toast some bread, because I love that chicken from Popeyes.
立花さん、おはようございます。
Okay, sidebar. I was so pressed to get this recorded so I could edit it, because I'm kind of on a tight schedule for these, that I forgot that I was going to set up a thing where I would have a button. I was going to make it the enter key. I would press it, and what it would do is it would play a loud noise into a third audio track. It would show up just in the recording. That way I could, mark things for editing, and I didn't do it. And now I'm gonna have to go through all this manually. Rest in peace. Oh, Tachibana-san. Good morning. What if they were like, oh hi, yo, yo, yo? Shiori walks in just as I get the bread into the toaster and turn the dial. She got jelly beans too? With her eyelids only half open, she still looks pretty sleepy. That's such a good face.
おはよう。
Shiori, morning. Your back doesn't hurt, does it? When our eyes meet, everything that happened last night springs to mind. Like how she clasped onto me and how I whispered my trauma into her ears. Oh, actually, remembering how she clung to me in the fear of the thunder after we talked leaves me feeling an ineffable sense of self-consciousness. Once again, did not play this before I recorded this. You saw the save screen. With my cheeks suddenly blazing with heat, I turned my face toward the frying pan, which fortunately we will not have to use as a drying pan.
思ったより早かったね。
Thank you, Brock Lesnar.
起きるの。
You're up earlier than I thought you'd be.
お腹が空いてしまって。
I was hungry.
そうなんだ。相変わらずだね。ちょうどよかった。もうすぐ朝ごはんだから顔洗ってきな。
Some things never change. Well, you're just in time. Breakfast is almost ready, so go wash your face. Here, you can use this drying pan as a frying pan. What? Also, I noticed she got penguins out here too. Doesn't Rika? Yeah, Rika. Doesn't she also have penguins in Fatal 12? She got penguins all up over the place in Lion House.
は
Ah. They call it Lion House, so she got penguins. Something's not right, you know? Penguin House, I guess they can't call it Penguin House. Isn't that a book publisher? With a big yawn, she shuffles over to the bathroom. Get some static. I've never seen Shiori so lethargic before. Thanks to how out of it she is, it seems my momentary agitation went completely unnoticed. I really wish, like, this maybe wasn't a visual novel and was like a manga. I know there is like a manga prequel or like an anime, because it'd be really funny to see her like shuffle over into the bathroom and like build the static and her hair slowly like rises. I know she's not literally shuffling, it would just be funny.
そろそろかな。
It should be about done. I remove the lid and turn up the heat. I wait for the water to evaporate and carefully transfer the egg to a plate. Then I put 2, well, knowing Shiori's appetite, 3 slices of bacon into the pan and turn the heat down. 3 pieces? She's not gonna be able to do the Walter White thing. As I'm placing some sliced tomatoes and red leaf lettuce on the plate with the egg, the toast pops up. I add a pat of butter to the slice, snuggle the crispy bacon up next to the fried egg, and Shiori's hearty breakfast plate is now complete. Shiori returns from the bathroom and I motion her over to the kitchen table. Who just puts like a whole like thing of butter, like a whole just like slab of butter, you know, just a whole square on the toast, doesn't like spread it? Like, that's kind of crazy, not gonna lie.
おかえり。リクはまだ寝てる？
Welcome back. Is Riku still asleep?
い、しばらくは起きないかもしれません。
She is. I have a feeling she'll be out for a little while longer. Shiori ended up sandwiched between me and Riku, so Riku might have had a hard time falling back asleep last night. Keeping that little tidbit of information to myself, I carry Shiori's plate over to her. Okay, yeah. I initially misread that and I thought that Riku was squished in between them, but no. Kaoru was saying because Riku was like all up in Shiori's business last night that she probably didn't get much sleep.
はい、どうぞ。私の分はこれから作るから、冷めないうちに食べちゃって。
Here you are. I'm gonna make mine now, but go ahead and eat before it gets cold. Though, since Kaoru's description of their positions were not terribly descriptive, I am unsure as to whether or not Riku was faced with having Shiori facing her or whether Shiori's back was to her. Because Kaoru just said Shiori's body heat. And she was in the middle. So for all I know, maybe Shiori was like spooning Kaoru or something, and Riku just got to put her back to Shiori and was like, phew, I can sleep peacefully like this. Or maybe, you know, they were sleeping back to back, and Shiori was like, just don't look at her, just don't look at her, just don't look at her.
ありがとうございます。ではお言葉に甘えて。
She was like lying there sideways, and Shiori was there with her eyes closed, going like, phew, phew, breathing all over her face. Thank you so much. I can't wait to try it. With her face washed, she's back to her usual self. I can't believe her face is washed. Seeing breakfast set out before her reminds me of something.
美味しいです。盛り付けもすごく綺麗。
This is so good. And the way you played it is gorgeous.
お世辞どうも。しおりの方が料理上手だと思うけど。
I know you're just being polite. You're a much better cook than me.
お世辞じゃないですよ。私の作る目玉焼きよりもちょっと半熟なんですけれど、ベーコンと絡むとちょうどいい塩気で朝から食が進んじゃいます。
Actually, I want to get one with the mouth closed too. I'm not just being polite. The egg is a little runnier than mine, but between that and the bacon, it's got the perfect level of salt and enough energy to keep me going all morning. It's like sausage gravy, but with bacon instead of sausage and runny egg instead of gravy.
なにその食レポ。でもよかった。最初に作った時はさ、食べてもらった人にスクランブルエッグなんて笑われちゃったけど、我ながら ずいぶん上手くなったって思うよ。
Oh, well. That's quite a detailed review, but I'm glad you like it. The first time I made this for someone, they asked if it was meant to be scrambled and laughed at me. I guess I've gotten a lot better since then.
聞かなくても誰のことかわかりますから、その話はいいです。
I think I know exactly who you're talking about without needing to ask. I'd meant for my story to come off as funny, but she actually sounds somewhat upset. I won't pry into why she reacted that way though. It's because she'd be like, dang, I gotta get Kaoru to like stop thinking about her. Like, she dumped you, Kaoru. It's over. It's over. She's finished. Just get with me now. Don't tell me you didn't feel something last night when I was feeling you up, you know? We had a connection, you know? Something like that, I assume.
その下月先生にも朝ごはんを作ってもらったんですか？
Did Miss Shimatsuki make breakfast for you as well?
ああ、うん。そうだね。
Yeah, actually, she did. Dang, I thought that was gonna be a point in my favor.
では、立花さんはもうちょっと待っててください。
In that case, hang on just a moment, Tachibana-san. See? They completed their B support last night, or maybe that was their A support. Maybe this is their A support. Maybe last night they concluded their B support and now they're moving on to the A support. And Shiori's like, listen, we've talked to each other twice now. I'm starting to think that I'm in love with you.
どうして？
What for? No.
今
That's
日の
but
朝ごは
for.
んは私に作らせてください。
Allow me to make you breakfast this morning.
うん。お願い。
Okay, sure. They're both doing their pointing.
任せてください。
Leave everything to me. And does it smell like updog to you in here? She makes the announcement, beaming from ear to ear before savoring every morsel of the breakfast I made for her. Nothing I made was especially difficult or time-consuming, and yet seeing that look of enjoyment on her face gives me an odd sense of satisfaction that's different from going shopping or playing games. It's like my heart is being filled up, but you know, I'll never be satisfied.
どうしてそんなにじっと見ているんですか？
Why are you watching me eat so intently?
いやー、ほら。
I was trying to figure out where all those nutrients went. She looks at me quizzically, her cheeks stuffed full of food, like a squirrel.
食べてる姿、かわいいなって。
You look really cute when you eat. Oops. Tried to advance the text. I always press space, because most of the time when you press space it works. But here it doesn't.
もう言うならもっとさりげなく言ってください。こちらを見つめながら言われたら恥ずかしいです。
Jeez, don't sound so serious when you say that. Come on, Tachibana-san, don't be serious. Having you watch me like this is making me self-conscious. This isn't a mukbang.
だって本当だもん。もっと言おうか？
I am serious though. That serious. Want me to keep going?
やめてください。はい、ごちそうさまでした。美味しかったです。
No, I don't. Okay, I'm done. Thank you. It was so good. Hee hee.
じゃあ私の番ですね。
And now, it's my turn. I'll show that hussy how you make breakfast. She stands up and heads to the kitchen counter. She asks for permission to browse through the fridge, and I tell her to go ahead, mentioning my mom already gave us a run of the place. While Shiori is busy making breakfast, Riku wakes up.
おはよう。で、二人とも起きてたのかよ。
Morning. Hey, both of you are already awake. You didn't make out while I was still asleep, did you? Riku is visibly exhausted from a lack of sleep this morning, just like I thought she'd be. My parents wake up shortly after, and in the end, Shiori somehow gets conscripted into making breakfast for all of us. Only my mom seems to be feeling lively this morning. I'm a little bit frustrated about how things have turned out, though it's also kind of funny. I may not be the only person who gets to eat Shiori's cooking, but I am the only one who got to make her breakfast. It's not really a big deal, and yet the memory of doing that takes up a special place in my heart. I'm hoping for the return of the parents, because I like their voices. I think they're funny. After eating breakfast, I hang out with Shiori and Riku for a bit. We watch some television, check out some videos online, and chat about nothing in particular as we enjoy our day off. My dad drives out to bring back hamburgers for lunch, and everyone happily snaps them up. As I'm starting to feel drowsy after lunch, Riku and Shiori decide to head home.
この2日間どうもお世話になりました。ありがとうございます。
These are such good outfits for both of them. Like, these are such good outfits. They're so them. Like, Riku's outfit is like so Riku. That's so Riku. It's a... Oh. I thought that was something on my monitor. No, it's just this little part of her... of the shadow. That's so Riku. It's a fashion she can wear. Thank you for having us over. I really do appreciate it.
ありがとうございました。
Thanks so much.
いいえ、私も楽しませてもらったし、何よりかおちゃんのお友達に会えて嬉しかったもの。またぜひ遊びに来てね。
Why is the mom's line so much louder than everybody else's? Also, her clothing kind of reminds me of Riku's. It's because they both got the green and white. Of course, I'm glad you guys had fun, but more importantly, I'm really happy I got to meet some of Kao-chan's friends. You're welcome to come back whenever you want.
はい、ぜひ。
Yes, I'm much obliged.
うっす。
Yay!
ああ、そうそう。このドーナツどうする？まだいくつか残っているみたいだけど、お家の人にお土産にするかい？
That reminds me. What should we do with these donuts? It looks like there's still a couple left. Do you want to bring them back with you?
あ、それは。
Oh, actually? Before Riku can finish, Shiori opens her mouth to speak.
あんドーナツを一つ持って帰ってみます。一日経ってしまいましたけれど、家で温め直せば大丈夫です。
I'd like one of the red bean donuts, please. I know it's not fresh, but I can warm it up when I get home.
しおり、それってお父さんにか？
Are you bringing it back for your dad?
はい。喜んでもらえるかはわからないけど、でも喜んでもらえたら嬉しいし、こういう機会はめったにないからね。
Yes. I have no idea whether if he'll like it or not, but I hope he does. Opportunities like this don't come along very often.
いや、お父さんは喜んでくれるんじゃないかな。娘の作ったお菓子なんだしさ。
I don't see why your dad wouldn't be happy to eat it. After all, his daughter made it. Also, hold on. We're gonna need to get... Okay, we got pictures of them right here. We got pictures of her. She's got the same eyes as her mom does. They got the same hair color. We're gonna have to do a closer inspection of Kaoru to figure out what about her does not look like her dad.
お父さんこっそり1個食べたの知ってるからね。いいけどさ。
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. But you know, it's stylistic choice, you know? It's anime, so... I know you secretly ate one, Dad. I don't mind.
そうなの？私だって我慢してたのに。ねえみんな、私も一つもらっていい？
Wait, he did? And here I was being all good. Can I have one too? Did I get that right when she blinked? Yeah, I didn't quite. I gotta... Wait, hold on. Wait, is that just what... Wait, hold on. Yeah, I did. I did it with her eyes like partially shut. It looks really funny.
もちろんっす。な、しおり。
Of course. Right, Shiori? Or should I say Shiorite? Game? Hello? Ellipses.
しおり？
Shiori?
ごめんなさい。ちょっとぼーっとしてしまいました。もちろん食べてください。
Oh, sorry. I must have zoned out for a moment. Of course you can have one. Feel free.
ありがとう。じゃあ、お言葉に甘えて、一つは私の。
Thanks. In that case, don't mind if I do. Riku ends up taking the rest of the donuts home with her, as I expected. After they gather up their clothing from the day before, pack their bags, and make sure they haven't forgotten anything, we get ready to head to my dad's car so we can drive them back to the station.
よーし、大丈夫そうだね。じゃ、行こうか。
I think we're good to go. Let's hit the road.
じゃあ気をつけてね。どうしよう、今家を出たってお家の方に連絡した方がいいかな。お預かりしましたよってお礼も。
Drive carefully. Oh gosh, what should I do? Want me to call your folks and let them know you're on your way back? And thank them for letting you stay, of course.
やめてください。
Please don't. Shiori speaks loudly and firmly, as if trying to talk over my mom's overexcited babbling. Her words leave a chill in the air for a moment, but Shiori immediately follows up.
すみません、大丈夫ですって言いたかっただけですので、ちゃんと自分で連絡しますから。
Sorry, what I meant to say was I'll be fine. I can text my dad myself.
そうだよ、小学生じゃないんだからさ。これくらい普通ね、リク。
She's right. We're not in elementary school. We can do that much on our own. Right, Riku?
うん、そうだな。
Huh? Oh, right.
カオルの言う通りだから心配しなくていいよ、お母さん。それに俺がしっかり駅まで送り届けるよ。
Kaoru's right, so don't worry about it. I promise I'll get them straight to the station. What was that?
うん、そうね。ちょっと心配しすぎちゃったかしら。
Okay, good. I guess I went a little overboard there.
そうそう。じゃあ行こう。
Yep. Okay, let's go.
お邪魔しました。
Thanks again for letting us stay.
お邪魔しました。
Thank you for your hospitality.
また来てね。
Oh, it was no problem. Come back anytime. They got one sound for that door, huh? We troop out of the condo before taking the elevator down to the parking garage. Then we hop into my dad's beloved car, made by a Swedish company called something started with an S, and off we go. It's Mercedes-Benz. We all excitedly talk about the sleepover on the ride over, and once we arrive at the station, Shiori and Riku get out. No, I will not entertain any questions about why it says Mercedes-Benz. So they back in the living room. With them gone, I feel myself somewhat lonely, sitting at the kitchen table for dinner. My parents have always talked a lot over dinner, and I think I used to as well, at least until I found out about the affair. Though I've noticed I've become way more talkative in the 2 weeks since I ran into, I don't know, Shiori for the first time.
かおちゃんのお友達、可愛かったね。
Your,
仲も良さそうだし。
your friends are so cute, and it seems like you're all really close. Like, really, really close, if you get what I mean.
そうだったなあ。どうなんだ、みんな彼氏とかいるのか？
She's right. How's everyone doing? Do you all have boyfriends?
キモいから聞かないで。
Don't ask creepy questions like that. Ugh. My heart. I've been hit right in the kokoro. I guess you could say that I've taken some
emotional damage.
Anyway, we are going to... Oops, that's not what I want to do. I'm going to reload this so I can get the
キモいか
screenshot.
ら聞かないで。
And the best part about this, I think every visual novel should have rollback like that.
聞かないで。
Yeah, dear. Don't ask. Can't you tell they're gay?
真似しないで。
Don't copy me, and I'm not gay. Embarrassed at my instinctive response, I shoved the remaining rice from my bowl into my mouth.
ごちそうさま。
I'm done. I hastily gulp down the rest of my food before leaving my plate and utensils on the kitchen counter. Then I sit down on the couch before turning on the TV, 5 feet away. I rarely think about my mom's affair, or how I'm not my dad's biological kid. I mentioned it to Shiori and Riku, but I'm sure even they're aware that I consider everything that happened to be in the past tense. Actually, it was only last night that I finally felt like I could put everything behind me. It was the first time I told anyone other than Sensei about all that.
あ、私ドーナツ食べよう。コーヒー入れようかな。
Oh, I'm gonna have a donut. I might make some coffee too, maybe put a little Bailey's in it.
俺ももう一個もらっとけばよかったな。
I should have kept an extra donut for myself.
調子に乗らなくて正解だったと思うよ。りくちゃん、ドーナツを見る時の目つきはなんか違ったし。
Why are the mom's lines so loud? They're like so much louder than everybody else's. It's probably good that she didn't. I saw the way Riku-chan was eyeing those donuts.
ああ、それもそうだな。じゃ、コーヒーは俺が入れるよ。
Volume warning? This is your volume warning? It's like, the dad's lines are like, I guess so. I'll go make coffee then. And the mom's lines are like, I guess so. I'll go make coffee then. And everybody else's lines are like, I guess so. I'll go make coffee then.
本当？じゃあ、ドーナツ半分こしようね。
Oh, really? In that case, I'll split my donut with you.
お、約束約束。カオルもコーヒー飲むか。
Wow, what a nice perk. Do you want some coffee too, Kaoru?
うん。お砂糖と牛乳入れて。
Yeah, with milk and sugar.
よし、じゃあ今日はとっておきのブルーマウンテンにしようか。
I think today calls for a treat, so I'm pulling out the Blue Mountain blend.
なら、カップもしまってあるのを出そうかな。
I'll go get the fancy cups out of storage.
いい。そういう風にするならいらないから。普通でいいから。
Please don't. I don't need any of that stuff. Just use the normal cups. Hello? Game?
私の中で何かが過去になったから、今こうしていられるのかな。
I wonder if I'm able to be around them like this, because I've made an internal decision to finally move on. I end up hanging out in the living room for a while, until it's time for my bath. She gets out her duck. I guess I can say I've had my first real sleepover now. Savoring the joy from the past couple of days with a sweet cafe a lot in hand isn't such a bad way to pass the time. She really likes her a lots. You know? Lots of a lots. You got a lot of a lots. Let's be happy. Cleared chapter 6.
赤い実はじけた。
You were always gonna be my love, falling in love for the first time. That's chapter 7. Should we end it there? Should I stop there? I kinda wanna stop there. Is that a good place to end it? I feel like that's where we end it. Falling in love for the first time. Aww. Yeah, let's do that actually.
嘘から始まる恋の夏。
Anyway, that is it for today's episode of UsoNatsu, episode 7. Bit short today, easily the shortest we've had so far. I'm probably going to talk a little bit, but it's still probably going to be shorter than the other videos, probably. But I think that much like last time, this was a really good place to end. Finishing chapter 6, starting a new chapter. It capped off really nicely too. It wasn't like we were dragging into something. There was like a clean resolution and everything. So I feel like this was really the place to stop. So, once again, not a lot that happened. We're kind of just building off of the last episode with the sleepover, and I was right. There were things that were about to go down, because whenever you have the sleepover, then all of a sudden they wake up in the middle of the night, you know something's about to go down. And it was, in fact, much more serious. It was not like a haha funny comedic thing. I had a feeling it was going to be serious, just with like the rain and the thunder. You know, whenever it's raining and thundering and someone wakes up at night, you know, it's always got to be serious, you know. No one wakes up in the middle of the night to the sound of rain and thunder and then like busts out like ooh ee ooh ting ting wang wang bing bang ooh ee ooh See, like nobody does that, right? That's just not a thing that happens. You know, actually, you know what? If you know of a movie or a TV show or something like that where somebody wakes up in the middle of the night and it's like raining and thundering and stormy outside and it's dark and everything, and they go on to have like a good old smashing good time, let me know. Tell me what it is. Maybe link it down in the comments below, because I am actually curious to see if there has ever been like something like that where it's been in the middle of the night and all the things set it up to be spooky, and then they're like, nah, we had a grand old time. We went and played like GoldenEye multiplayer on the N64 or something, and like, you know, right? Because it just doesn't happen. Normally you get like thunderstorms, it's like Duck Hunt VR, and it's like prepare to defend your house against the dog who's left the game and is invading the real world or something. So, I don't know. Anyway, we learned some more things. We learned that Shiori is very much in fact dog-coded, and that she is afraid of the thunder, the lightning and the thunder, dun dun. And we learned that Kaoru is aware that she has a tendency to just like trauma dump on Shiori, as she whispered in her ear and talked about how her mom cheated on her dad and how that she had a big fight and how she doesn't like love them anymore. So like that was kind of awkward to be doing, you know, like not gonna lie, you got someone like wrapped up in your arms and you're like whispering in the ear and they're like, yeah, so actually my dad's not my real dad. My mom cheated on him after they got married, and she had me from an affair, and he's not actually my dad, and I low-key hate both of them, and like, if I could, I would disown them, but it's kind of hard to disown your parents, especially when you're still a minor. Just wanted to let you know that while I know it's kind of sad that both your mom and your brother died, I want you to know I hate my family. I hate them. It was kind of weird, like not gonna lie. But they bonded very well. Riku was awake. We all knew that she had to be awake, right? There's no way that they weren't going to get comedy out of Riku hearing all this. She needed to hear it, and also, what could be more torture for Riku than being awake, pretending to be asleep, knowing that the girl that she has a crush on is feeling up another girl in her bed. Well, not like Riku's bed, but like, you know what I mean. So, we did get some more development as far as their relationship goes, Kaoru and Shiori. Shiori seems to be a lot more possessive of Kaoru, or at least a lot more leery of her previous relationship with Mirei and any potential feelings that she still holds. So I feel like this is our new chapter. We got chapters here. We have our new chapter, Falling in Love for the First Time, and I feel like that's mainly targeted towards Shiori. So I'm expecting to see some development with their relationship in a romantic sense and not just whatever it is that they've been doing for now. Because, I mean, we all know they got to get together, right? Like, that's the whole point of the game, right? So it's all about seeing about how it happens. We all know it's gonna happen. It's not like this is some like drama that's coming out and you're like, will they, won't they? No, we all know they will. We just gotta figure out. I mean, maybe they won't. I'm gonna say with 99.99% certainty they will get together. It's not a will they, won't they. It's a will they, how. It's a they will, how will kind of thing. It's like How I Met Your Mother. Like, we already know they get together. We just gotta figure out how it happened. But anyway. Oh, we're actually longer now, unless I cut some stuff out in editing. We are now, the raw video time is now officially longer than any video, or than the previous shortest video, which is episode 1. So unless I cut things out, this will end up being longer than episode 1, which was the previous shortest, despite this being the shortest at the time of me deciding to say we're gonna save. But anyway, thank you all for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, just hit the like button. It lets me know that you enjoy this type of content and that you enjoy what I'm doing here. And why don't you check out that subscribe button, hit the bell so you are always notified of when I upload a video. And maybe check out YouTube recommendations, although if I were you, I wouldn't really do YouTube recommendations, not gonna lie. Not a huge fan of the YouTube recommendations. They're kind of wacky. I prefer to just knowing my content groups and just watching those videos, you know, because YouTube algorithm for recommendations kind of whack, not gonna lie. Since starting this channel, have not watched anything except my own videos and one YouTube creator video, and my recommendations are kind of weird, not gonna lie. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. I hope my camera's centered, because last time I looked, it was not.